Hi everybody, Professor Jim Rocks Math at County College of Morris in one of the big lecture halls. Okay, we've gotten to video number 9, to word problems. I want to thank our sponsor, Luigi's Pizza in Succasunna, New Jersey. Tell Paul I said hi, and I said to go to his, he and his father's pizzeria. Great, they just brought back their retro menus, so now they have their traditional menu back. Okay. All right. Word problems. Okay. What do? Run and hide? Might want to, but we don't, because it's just math. All right. Okay. I have 5 steps. And a lot of people, if they're really confident with themselves, they only do 3 steps out of 5. I like all 5, but if you want to do 3 and you're in good shape, fine. Okay. All right, so the first thing we do is we understand the problem. And we read it and we reread it if we have to. Okay, at this point, I call it edit. That's a nice 4-letter word for what we're doing. This is G-rated. Okay, my wording of edit means cross out all the stuff you don't need. Okay, it could be important background information, but you don't need it for the math problem. So I just cross it out. And then you can always draw a picture. If you're doing perimeter of a rectangle and you want to focus on what a picture looks like, you can always draw a picture. Okay. All right. Then the next thing we do is we choose, can't say that 5 times fast, choose a variable if we're doing algebra, which we're not at yet, but we will be soon, and or we can choose an equation. All right, the variable will go in the equation, or I know what you're thinking. That's not what it is. Okay, what's the formula? Equation or formula? Got tricks up my sleeve. All right. What's the formula? Not the other thing. Okay. If you have a formula, which means it's an equation that's been done a few trillion times and it works, you don't have to reinvent the wheel and set up the math problem. Okay. If you have area equals length times width for a rectangle, you know what you have. If you have the length and you have the width, you multiply them and you get the area. Okay. Very helpful. Saves a lot of time. If you can use it. Sometimes you can use it, other times you can't use it. All right. Let's get rid of that. Okay. All right. Then we do the math problem. We have the numbers in place, do the problem, we get an answer. Okay. All right. Number 4, as I mentioned, a lot of people stop at number 3. Number 4, check to make sure you did it all right. Go plug in the answers that you get into your formula or equation and make sure the left side equals the right side. Okay, so if it was area equals length times width, the length is 20, feet, meters, kilometers, miles, whatever it is, we would multiply 20 times 10 and we get 200. Okay, just to double check ourselves, which of course we basically already did in this one, because we have 200 for the answer. 20 times 10, we just multiply it again to make sure we did it okay. And you can use a calculator if you need it, because a lot of times the numbers are a lot harder than this. We get 200 equals 200, great. Left side equals right side, wonderful. It's an equality with an equal sign. All right. And then state the answer. So the area is 200. Okay. All right. Pick a name, any name. All right. Okay. All right. Word problem. Danielle earns $30,600 a year. All right. Didn't pick an exact easy number to play with, but that's okay. She spends a quarter of her money on food, a fifth on rent, 1/20th on gasoline, petroleum, 1/10 on utilities. How much does she spend on food? Okay. We have to understand what's going on. They want to know how many dollars Danielle spends on food. That's all the problem really cares about. Okay, so the first thing we do is read it and understand it. Great. Picture, you can draw a circle graph, pie chart if you want. Don't really have to, but if it helps you, you can do that. She makes $30,600 a year. Spends on food. What does she spend on food? Well, they're not asking what she spends on rent. Edit that. Gasoline? Nope. Utilities? Nope. Edit that. Okay, so we basically want to know what she spends on food. She spends a quarter of the money on food. We take 30,600 times 1/4. 30,600, 75 billion, 18 trillion, 847,000, whatever number it is, you can always put it over 1. And it's the same number. We have a fraction, we have a quarter, right? So we're showing her $30,600 as a fraction. So we'll put it over 1. And with fractions, top times top, bottom times bottom. Okay. 30,600 divided by 4. Okay, what is it? Okay, I didn't do it that fast either. Okay, we'll do it together. All right, this is the same as 4 into 30,600. 4 goes into 3? No. Does a size 10 foot go into a size 6 shoe? No. Okay, we need something that goes into. 4 goes into 30? Yes. 7 times? Yeah, that works. Okay. Carry that down. 6 times? That works. 2. 40 goes into 20 5 times. We have to bring down the last digit. And then 4 goes into 0 0 times. So the answer, $7,650 is what for this particular word problem, that's what Danielle spends in a year on food. Word problem accomplished. Okay, we can double check if we want. We're in good shape, and that's our word problem. We can do other word problems. Okay, that'll be it for video number 9.